And we were able to put people on the roof and bring in Marines and fortify that embassy. Yeah, ultimately, the media can say all they want about the response. That's what the United States of America looks like when an embassy is under siege under President Trump. That's the way it should. The Marines are showing up in real time with overwhelming force. And oh, by the way, thankfully we didn't have to shoot our way out of this embassy.
That's what do you call it? I did a what do you call it? Had an incident, right? Had an incident. And everybody's worried about the draft and stuff like that. And everybody starts tough talking and stuff like that. There's to see Osprey and stuff like that, and like, oh, it's there's all that. And what's and fellow heirs have resources and whatnot. And there's resources and something or other. Or not. But what you think about the details of it? You're not going to keep up with this guy. They just read his speech. You're not going to keep up with what you just saw. You saw infrared of a Sirius and an Osprey of the president touchdown in Baghdad, where they put it under siege. So everybody's trending all about World War III. So every time about a ground war, I'm talking about that sort of kind of straight convention. Everybody around here is like, oh, I gotta start stealing PlayStation 3s. And so, oh, I did my tour of duty already. And I want some type of spokesman for it, man. It starts making noises around me and stuff like that, making noises and harassing and stuff like that. Okay, what is it about?
15 years after that comment started.
He said what it was about on the roof. He said, put it under siege. He said we landed a touchdown Osprey. No one's going to do anything about what I do. And I can go whatever I want. Right? That's what he did. Okay. And then there's just a bond embassy, right? And then it's just, right? That's Iran, right? Details of it? Sure, yeah, right. That's it. That's basically it. That's basically what happened. I was an incident of that. And you know what was something about that? I'll put a template on it, and I don't know if there was a version of this or something by them. I'm not gonna be outsmarted. You should let the pride alone. And be like, Osprey, they say I don't fly right. You know what I'm saying? They say unbalanced and stuff like that, right? They're tearing busters down, right? Oh, you're talking about war. Oh man, you just shifted from this because the Iran leader got assassinated, right? They just to show you him out, right? But after they did airstrikes and stuff like that, right? Is that because they bombed it? Because they trashed the U.S. Embassy, right? Because somebody as a reporter got killed, right? A reporter got killed, right? So that's what happened, right? So there's an embassy, the U.S. Embassy, they walk away, and there's a bomb airstrike, and then they killed the Iran leader, or something about one of the officials, right? So wait a minute, and this is the detailed. I said no, they're part of the side, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's part of the side, you know what I'm saying? It's what they give you the details of what it is. The establishment gives you the details of what it is, and so what happens is, and this is something about you're talking about big countries and stuff. You're not talking about like little like paper clips missing and stuff like that, right? And stuff like that. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And stuff like that. No, okay. That's something I say, even though that's pretty dangerous, right? And talk about that. No, because the dictator, what is the not the dictator, the official, the Iran official, is what you call it, killed, right? There's whatever.
This doesn't mean we're going to.
But see, if you want a spokesman for like what news you want to get, you can go to MSN, MSN, you can watch Reuters or whatever, stuff like that, and all them. And give yourself and say instead of saying how can I stay out of it, you can say what is it that you can learn or take away from it, or look, you know what I mean, like your thing that you
and those in Europe as well. This is why America has to fight for.
And so,
Congressman Waltz, Pete Hegseth, please stay.
I would write. That's it.
Now on the phone is Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North. Colonel North, when you see this breaking news and the reports that we're hearing, what's your reaction to that?
Well, applaud. The bottom line of it is so much
is Oliver North.
For better than a decade.
And so what?
As we're getting ready to go cover the
you're right. And they're not only listening to me, and listen to other outlet streams of the YouTube versions and not just my version of what my angle is on it. Listening from a Legion's point of view or somebody who's a point of view of like sort of metaphysical or somebody outside of it. Or somebody that's been in the Marines or armed first services or something like that, military, all that stuff. You don't have to listen from an ignorant point of view, right? Of speaking for people that don't shoot anything or not graduated from anything or done anything. Do nothing. Listen from another point of view, right? And so here's Donald Trump. Here's such and such. What it is, and so and they're talking about, and let's see a lexicon is what this guy is official saying here. As a commander here, and he's talking about as such and such. He's a commander, right? Lieutenant, right, Colonel. And he's
if we did indeed get Soleimani.
And then he's like, Lexicon is, and so he's like, I'm not saying Lexicon's alone, he said I'm having surrounding areas. And it's like they only just started about this a long time. And there's all World War III and stuff like that. Well, you take an upper division and you say, oh, I go to private school. I don't worry about that. Oh, I don't want to financial aid. I don't worry about that. This is what you call it, dividing among people in the public and private schools. Because the private schools like Stanford, they don't probably even talk about this stuff. Unless you're like on special stipend, like weird stipend, and then not weird stipend, but or you go to San Jose, like wait a minute, or Berkeley, like stuff like that, and stuff like that. And they've been talking about this, well, we're here bamboozling with stupid old name drops, right?
You know what, Colonel North?
And so instead of doing yourself a solid and inflicting all this on us over here, why don't y'all do a solid and solve your own fucking problems?
And that's a good thing for every American and every freedom-loving person in the Middle East.
Oliver North,